funny thing is I still got John's link up here. If you can see that, can you see that at the bottom of your screen, John?
John Sacco?
Yeah, we got it at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, we do.
It's right there still. So hopefully these guys know we came back on. Maybe we can get a couple of these guys that'll come back on. Maybe we can get them to. Maybe we can get these guys to help us out and.
Well, how many people were on when we were on?
We had quite a few. We got 6 coming back on now. Hey guys, we got the show interrupted. If you guys could share this out, man. We really wanted to get that link that John's got out there to help out a fellow guy, man. So if you guys can share the feed right now tonight, we really want to see if we can get to that goal he needed, man. I'd love to see that happen. So guys, if you can, remember this, man. I'm going to give away 5 shirts tonight. That's 5 shirts, man. 5. We're going to give 5 people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give somebody away a shirt right now. If you type in right now I'm going to say the first person. I'm going to say the first person I select. If you type in right now that you go ahead and share it, go ahead and we'll see if we can't get you a shirt, man.
And Ron, the second person that types, these are bleach resistant hats. I'll send it to them. They can PM me.
Share that link. Tell us you shared it.
Yeah.
I got you a shirt. Next person's gonna get a hat. So
yeah. Well, let's just go back for 1 second. The first person says they shared it gets a shirt, and the second person gets a hat.
There's Jeff Henry gets a hat from you.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for the next person. Next person to say they.
Jeff, PM me your address. And I hope you don't live in Canada or Europe, but if you are, I'm sending you a hat anyway. It costs me more to send these freaking hats, and these are $25 hats.
I'm going to send you a thing with the guy's name. That way you don't get confused, okay? That's Justin Purvis right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a message that it's him, so you got it.
So Jeff Henry, let me see. My hat. Who gets my hat? Jeff Henry?
Justin did. He shared it.
Justin Purvis shared. But you also got Jeff Henry shared something.
Jeff Henry got a hat. I think he got a hat for me. I think he got a shirt for me too. So why don't you give him another shirt? And then
you're giving out the shirts.
I'm going to give him a shirt. You give him out a hat.
Jeff, do you have a shirt already?
He's got one, I believe. Yeah.
Jeff, just tell us, because we really want to get everybody to get something.
Get on there, guys. And I'm going to tell you who I gave these 2 away to last week. Hopefully they'll come back on the show.
Who's getting what, Ron? I got these hats.
I got Justin. You giving him a hat. And we'll just look back at the feed here. I got it right now.
Okay. Right now. Justin Purvis, PM me your address. And if you happen to live in Australia, you're still getting a hat.
Justin's got a hat. I haven't seen anybody else say they shared it yet.
Hey, Perry Tate's on here.
Jeff Henry, you got a shirt, man. We'll send you a shirt. Jeff Henry.
There you go. So Jeff Henry got a shirt.
That's right.
First shirt, and Justin Purvis got the first hat giveaway. And these are polyester, bleach resistant. Doesn't mean they're bleach proof, but my guys use these. You know, I want to show you guys something here. This hat here. Well, I was supposed to do a Jersey Classic, cancel it. I love this hat. This is from Finprint. It weighs much of nothing. Look at this hat. Hey, Ron, did I ever send you one of these Jersey hats?
No.
All right, I'm going to get you one. This thing weighs a half an ounce. You have no. You have the polyester one.
I love this hat.
Too. But this is also polyester, but it's very hard to get this hat. You can see the material. I don't know if you can see it. It's almost like the polyester shirts.
Perry Tate sending you a message, man.
Hey, I'll send Perry Tate. Hey, Perry, what's up, buddy? Perry Tate gets a hat from me. He did something for my class for my podcast back when, unfortunately my crew got to see a lot of dead bodies in those white trucks. I had Perry Tate on me. There was over 100 something bodies in there. So COVID's real. There was 6 of those trucks. We got to see one open. It was a mistake. But Perry, send me your address. I know he's in China. Kathy's gonna kill me.
Oh
Perry,
yeah,
you got a hat coming.
it's gonna cost like $3,000 to send the
Well, if it costs him more than 50, he ain't got a freaking hat.
hat.
Perry, text me your address.
You got to send it in one of your return orders there, John. If you return something to him.
We have a water-fed pole by Perry. It's I love telling people this stuff. We have a reach-it pole, and I think it's 25 feet. We can put the extension, go 35 feet. And never once did we use it to clean a window. People are like, John, why don't you clean windows? Well, I passed it to a friend of mine who's just passed for 9/11. We do only very few windows. I have a contractor, Ron, who was in Phoenix with me 2 weeks ago. We give the windows 2, but we use Perry's reach-it water-fed pole, people, because it goes up like 35 feet, and then you have a guy holding it. So it's 40 feet to do gutters with. A little trick of the trade.
I'm just texting right now to get Jeff a shirt so I don't forget it. Otherwise,
Hey, Perry, I just saw Perry. Perry, send me your Iowa address, and I will address this to you. And just so you guys know, I was supposed to be at the huge convention. My class got canceled before they canceled the whole thing. I don't know why politics came into play. Nevertheless, I bought 50 of these hats. They cost well over $1,000, even with the discount, and I'm giving them away. So, because I don't want, 2020 is almost done. So, Perry, you got a hat coming.
hey, John's back. We got to ask him to post that link again.
Thanks, John. John's got a hat of mine.
John's got a hat. John,
He doesn't have this hat, though.
John, I'll send you a shirt. Post that link again, John.
Oh, that's good. Very nice of you, Ron, to do that. John's a great guy. He's very passionate. I love passionate people.
He's got to wear it. He's got to wear it, though. He's got to wear it at the PWMC convention.
Why not? It just says PWI on it.
That's all it says. Pressure Washing Institute right there.
Yeah.
That's all it says. That's all it says. He put it up again. Let me show the link so these guys.
Good.
John, nobody knows what this is because we got cut off 15 minutes into the show. So tell everybody again really quick what that's about.
All right, what happened was my friend John Sacco put out this morning a GoFundMe for our mutual friend Corey Flannery's wife, Vicky Flannery. He just put it out there. You can see the link. It says just to help the family out. They're going through something. I contacted Corey Flannery, who I'm very good friends with. I have his pressure washing. He started the Pressure Washing Outlaw group. I have one of their shirts. I pay for it. I'm not asking for nothing free. And what happened was his wife, I asked him after John Sacco contacted me, I said, Corey, and Corey says, John, I'm not asking for anything. He never asked for anything. He loves the fact that John Sacco would reach out to him and do something like this. But I say, listen, I think it's better to my opinion, to say what's going on instead of just there's something going on. And Corey Flannery said, okay, John, let's do that. His wife today, has got colon cancer, and she's in the hospital. She's getting surgery done. It was today. And if you have it in your heart, she's a great woman. And Corey Flannery's a great guy. He's one of my favorite groups. Donate if you can. Because I teach in my garage class, and Ron knows this. He's the teaches about the sales in my garage class. Your wealth is in your health. It's not the money, people. Look, I'm in business to make money, as Ron, I'm sure Ron is. But your wealth is in your health, and we want to see her Godspeed on her recovery. And insurance a lot of money, and donate if you can. The very least, send prayers her way for Vicky Flannery because prayers are a positive vibe, and I really believe that it's in the sky. It's all over the place. At the very least, send prayers. But if you have it in your heart, donate some money to help them out. And Corey never asked for that. It was John Sacco who thought that idea to GoFundMe, and I respect John, and I think that's a great idea because Corey and Vicky are a family to us.
Hey, John, send me a message if you can. Send me a message in Messenger. I gotta hook you up with my assistant who'll get that out to you. She'll probably get it out to you tonight. Amazingly, she'll get it out to you tonight.
John Sacco, you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Have them send it to me. Have them send it to me. Well, John, I was a little bit live earlier today since this is garage cleaning talk. I was a little bit live earlier. You probably didn't catch it.
I caught it.
But I was
caught it
in an underground loading area.
Right.
People don't realize this, but and I know you do because you've been down there, you clean these things. They sometimes want to keep these things cleaner than like a kitchen. And sometimes people don't understand why. But in some of these buildings are really high end. This particular building that I was in today is right across from the arena, okay? And there's a hotel in the arena that blocks off a floor for when the NBA ball team comes into town. The entire floor, you can't get to. It's got its own elevator, okay? And they put these NBA teams in on this floor. And obviously their buses and shuttles and limos from the airport come in underground into this building. And this area is all secured off. Well, when they have in that arena, when they have stars and singers and everybody that are playing at this arena, their coaches are usually parked in there. I'll tell you a little story. When we did this downtown cleaning years back for the Super Bowl, Madden's, because you guys remember John Madden didn't fly, so his coaches and believe me, he didn't have one coach. They were coaches. He had coaches that were down in this underground garage, and I remembered that when you talk about, and this is the difference between what I do or what I did all my life, and per se, I don't want to say John doesn't do this, he does maintenance, but I always was into the things that needed to be done hundreds of times a year or multiple times a week. And during this time period, we literally were washing this underground garage almost on a daily basis, because they wanted that thing spick and span, because they knew the celebrities were down there. They knew limousines were coming in down there. And the reality of it is you guys got to remember, this is still a loading area. So what else is in there, John? Multiple roll-off dumpsters, all these things that stink. You know what I mean? Right. And they want to make sure, man, I mean, during some times like that, they're pulling these dumpsters daily. I mean, they're pulling them out. Normally, they'd let those things sit in there and wrench, in one that doesn't have this kind of traffic. John and I both know we go down there, we almost need a respirator.
That's true.
Because it smells so bad, you know what I mean? But, and they want you to do these things. And this is the type of work, guys. That's out there. And you guys, and that's what I look for all of my life. I look for garages that had high traffic, that usually had a building either subterranean into the building or attached to the building, because they would need the walkways, even if it was unattached, they would need the walkways from the garage to the building done frequently, as well as we all know the lower decks, the elevator areas, the stairwells. John, I'm going to tell them why do they need the stairwells done all the time? Because it's an emergency escape. And the last thing they want people doing in an emergency, they want to ensure that there's a clean path, that it's clean, that there are no insects like black widows in Arizona, scorpions, all those type of things, because they don't want, God forbid somebody's got to get out of a garage in a hurry. The last thing they need to do is be bitten by a nest of either bees, scorpions, or any other type of pest while they're trying to get out of the garage to save their life, and people don't realize this stuff. Those things get done more frequently than the garages do, like probably 4 or 5 times many times than the garage actually clean. Yeah.
Ron brings up something here that my company cleans. We do 10 garages a year that we clean their stairwells every 3 months. We do the sweeping every month. They're going to scale some of this back to every other month, but nevertheless, the sweeping's done all the time, and the stairwells and the walkways are done 3 times a year for what I'm dealing with, right? Ron's right about that, because when you go in a stairwell, first of all, I dealt with the Ritz-Carlton hotels. The guy who owns them is Yanni. I dealt with him directly. I didn't win it. I tried to pull a Shark Tank on him because I wanted him to invest. He wanted me to do stuff, so I said, "Well, you're going to invest." It didn't work out, but what happens here, especially on these high-end places like the Ritz-Carlton, the Waldorf Astoria, Donald Trump's garage, I still have not won those yet. I will win them sooner or later, people. But what happens is they track in all that dust from the garage. They're bringing it into the high-end hotels. That's mistake number one. Number two, Craig Harrison talked about this 10, 15 years ago. Health and safety, critical, because, for one, brake dust used to be asbestos, right? But nevertheless, it's brake dust all over the place. The oil spots get slippery. You can slip and fall. So garage should be done every year, power wash every year in my mind. We've done some that were done we do some every year, some every other year, some every 10 years. But in the garage world, a lot of them, like we had for years, we had the, in New Jersey, we had the, I'm hitting a blank with the garages. It's famous. I'm hitting a blank. Where's my wife? They had the Knights Shine On, whatever. They have that. I'll remember later. I'm almost 60. But we clean that garage a lot because they will walk right into the event. And you're going to track all the stuff in. You people see how bad these garages are. And a bigger factor here, especially on the Northeast and the colder regions, is garages are like everything else. In the snow, they're putting down salt, they're putting down sand. All this stuff attacks the rebar, the salt really, in the parking garages. Once it soaks down, concrete's porous. In the garage, the average concrete people, in case you don't know this, can handle 7,000 PSI, the average. It's a very different kind of concrete than when you're dealing with the homeowner's concrete. But nevertheless, they can absorb in the salts, attacks the rebar. And I can show you pictures. We've done it. Some garages were condemned. So that's a big thing on the Northeast and the colder regions when you're dealing with snow. But Ron's right that, the stairwells, think about this for a second. People park their car, the car's drip oil, right? They drip oil. Somebody's walking across. The garage is not clean 3-4 years. The oil gets on their shoes. Now they're going to bring it in that high-end hotel, or worse for them is they bring it into the stairways. Those stairways, a lot of them have steel tips on the end of the stair. They fall down, they can fracture their back, they can be killed. And not only that, a lot of these garages,